Welcome into this episode of the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook. In the first part of today's show, we're joined by two lucky guests who won the opportunity to fish with host Wade Middleton through a drawing offered by the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department.
We're here at LBJ, won the Dream Year drawing to get to go out with Wade and film a TV show while fishing.
The Win Your Dream Year Outdoors drawing, sponsored by Cabela's and the Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, is a special contest put on by the TPWD that awards the winner a total prize package worth over $7,000. All Texas residents possessing an annual or lifetime license, whether that be hunting, fishing, or combo, are eligible to enter. The open entry period lasts for 3.5 months, with a winner being selected at random.
The Texas Parks and Wildlife has several drawings throughout the year. I actually went on their website looking for their big time hunts for aoudad and mule deer and whitetail, and they had already expired, so I saw this down at the bottom of the page and entered my, I think it expired in like 2 days, so entered my email and my hunting license number, and 2 days later I got the email, which I thought was spam. It said I won, and so I eventually was convinced to call the number, and turned out I was in fact the winner.
As the winner of the Win Your Dream Year Outdoors drawing, Daniel won a long list of prizes ranging from a $1,000 Cabela's gift card, a guided dove hunt provided by the Texas Dove Hunters Association, 2 guided fishing trips, hotel vouchers from La Quinta Inn and Suites, as well as the opportunity to appear on national television and fish with Cabela's pro staff ambassador, Wade Middleton.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
You need to take a picture with this one.
Oh, my God.
Want a good picture for your friend?
Yeah, you need to take a picture of this one.
Brag. Oh,
Holy
my gosh.
crap. That's the biggest bass I've ever seen. He's fat, too.
In part with today's trip, Daniel is able to bring along a guest. He's joined by his wife, Savannah. Although she's a novice to the sport of fishing, Savannah gave Daniel no option but to bring her on this trip, and she is excited for the opportunity.
I don't really know anything about fishing, and this had a guide with it, so I knew that if I did, throw one of my lines out and it got stuck, or I fell out of the boat, there was someone there to kind of go with me and help. But also just because it was on TV, and that's really special and not something you get to do every day, and I thought it would be cool.
Nice one.
Nice little one. Come here.
Right there.
Here,
Really
swing it in.
him over to you.
Ah, there you go.
We'll get some pictures. Nicely done. Got your back here together.
Okay. Do I hold it, or are you holding it?
I got it.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
That's awesome.
Coming up after the break, the fish catching continues as we learn more about the various items Daniel won as the grand prize winner. And later, stay tuned as Wade revisits what used to be known as a top bass lake in the country. But is it still that today? Find out here on the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook.
A lifetime. It's spent learning, enduring, and growing. Day after day, season after season. As an outdoorsman, your pursuit is tireless. And at Cabela's, ours is too. We design, refine, and deliver durable, purpose-built products that you can trust your season with. If our name's on it, it's priced right every day and built for seasons to come.
For 50 years, Ranger has led the way in innovative, high-performance designs, and we're raising the bar again with a bold new flagship line, the Ranger Z Comanche L Series. These rigs are custom crafted with a passion for perfection and loaded with more features and advantages to deliver domination at every level. The next generation Ranger L Series. Celebrate a legacy, 50 years in the making.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Garmin, fight your fish. not your fish finder. And by Yamaha Marine. Reliability starts here.
You got fish or
Yeah, I know it's a fish.
Atta girl.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook, where we're on Lake LBJ in Central Texas. Today, Wade is joined by Texas Parks and Wildlife Sweepstakes winner Daniel Sharp and his wife Savannah. Daniel's the winner of the Win Your Dream Year Outdoors drawing, with a prize package valued at over $7,000. As part of his winnings, Daniel earned the opportunity to fish with Cabela's pro staff member and host of the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook, Wade Middleton.
It's your fish.
Yeah, I have to hold him?
Yeah. Show the camera,
I don't know
man.
how to hold him. Do they bite?
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Are they? Ah!
never mind.
Never mind. We're known to be a little competitive. So right now, whoever catches the most bass has to pay for lunch, which really means whoever has to hand the waiter money. But I'm winning right now because I have 2. And the rule is bass only. This is a bass fishing trip.
Paying for lunch is just one of the many things that await Daniel in the coming months as he begins his journey as the Win Your Dream Year Outdoors prize winner. The next few months will be packed full of trips ranging from dove hunting, fishing, to acting as a coastal biologist for a day.
We still got, I think in July we're gonna go down to Matagorda Bay and do some trout and redfish down in the salt flats, and then in the first weekend of dove season we're gonna go dove hunt. And then because she's now expecting our first kid, we're gonna have to postpone Devil's River until next year, so it's a little less hot and less dangerous for her. And then February we're doing a trophy catfishing trip, and then at some point this summer we're gonna go play biologist for a day with Texas Parks. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Got a little one.
It's a fish.
That's a crappie.
There is.
Nice. You can cook him up. We're a little bit competitive, and so it sounds like I'm buying lunch, but I got to catch a couple bass and a couple crappie, and I'd never actually caught a crappie before, so I got 2 good-sized crappie, and Wade caught about a 6-pounder, I think, and Savannah's was probably pretty close to that on one of her big ones, but she got to land 4 by herself, which she had never done before.
Oh, biggin! Biggin! Don't fire it.
Nice. This one is actually you, though.
He's got a biggin. Hold him right there.
Woo!
I don't know that one choked on it.
Woo.
It's got it in there good.
The Win Your Dream Year Outdoors drawing is made possible by the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department as a thank you to all of those residents who purchased hunting and fishing licenses. The TPWD is dedicated to maintaining and preserving the outdoors for everyone to enjoy across the Lone Star State. Providing hunting, fishing, and outdoor opportunities gives adventure seekers the chance to get out of their everyday routine and create memories that will last a lifetime.
We've only been married for 3 months, but we were engaged for over a year, and in that time we really did a lot of fun stuff, but we kind of settled in. We're a very, not average couple, but I think we've settled into that like nice suburb life where we kind of see each other sometimes and at night, but so when we get to do things like this, it's kind of a treat. We get to see each other and spend time with each other, which we do really like. Woo!
Got him?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Keep the tip up.
Yeah, you're doing good. Right in there is good.
Right there.
That's a good one.
Bring him over here. Bring him over here.
I got him. Oh, hit him in the boat. There we go.
In the middle.
Hey, he's heavy.
Well, I love just learning new things. I think doing outdoors stuff and people learning how to take care of fish and how to catch them correctly and when to release and when not to is really important. So learning what Wade had to say about that was really nice to hear, and just spending time with other outdoorsy people, even though, I mean, we talked about fishing, we talked about hunting, just everything. So that was nice. And then, of course, we're out on this beautiful lake and we never get to go do things like that, so I thought that was great.
We had a blast. We had a blast. It wasn't too hot. It was decent weather. It didn't rain on us. So it was a good day.
We'd like to send a special thanks to the sponsors of the Win Your Dream Year Outdoors prize drawing, Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter, and the Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation for making this all possible. When we return, we take a look at the once revered Choke Canyon Reservoir. A lake made famous for producing giant limits of bass is now just a shadow of itself. Watch as Wade takes to the water to find out the true impact the significant drought has had on this fishery.
The key to a great boating experience has the Yamaha name on it. It's your key to legendary reliability. Right now, during the Yamaha Key to Reliability sales event, purchase any qualifying Yamaha outboard and exercise your power of choice between 5 years of Yamaha warranty protection or up to $1,500 in Yamaha dealer credit. The key to reliability is now your key to a great deal on a Yamaha outboard. Yamaha. Reliability starts here.
Quiet, you sons of fishes! Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Because now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all's sonar is just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Engel Coolers, a legend in reliability. And by Power Pole Shallow Water Anchors, swift, silent, secure. One of the most key elements to productive bass fishing is the body of water itself. Lakes and rivers tend to go through cycles. One year, heavy rain and floods can cause a lake to rise and then flourish for several years as bass use the newly flooded cover to hide and feed on bait fish. Conversely, a long period of drought can drain the life out of a fishery and have a damaging effect on the fish population. In this segment, Wade's on a body of water that has seen each of these highs and lows over the past 10 years, Choke Canyon Reservoir. After not visiting this lake for quite some time, Wade's returning to see what the lake has to offer and to provide a report on its current status.
Choke Canyon, I mean, at the time was arguably one of the best, or at least the top 5 lakes that you're gonna find in the nation, for sure, in Texas.
That's an 8-pounder.
That's an 8-pounder.
I'd say that's an 8-pounder.
Choke Canyon, buddy. You come down to this lake and tournament winning weights. I mean, I saw 40-pound 5-fish stringers win down here at a time. We've caught more 10-pound fish on camera on this lake than the more famous lakes like Falcon and others. But it's a lake that I can tell you, I haven't been to 5, 6. I don't know when my last trip was down here. It just fell off the radar. Drought, devastating drought struck this lake. I mean, it was down in the 20% range. Right now it's at 30% capacity, which means it's about 25 feet low. I mean, you can see the boat ramp. I don't know how many fish I've caught on these rocks right here on this little jetty when water was all the way up to it. It's just amazing to look at the lake right now. But there's still fish here. Will we catch them? I don't know. I just felt like I hadn't been here in so long. We talk about it. I'm asked often about Choke Canyon, and I thought I'd come down here, give it a peek, have an honest answer when people send me messages about it, because literally I haven't been here in so long. But to say the least, it's depressing to see right now what I'm looking at. I mean, it's just a shadow of itself. And this is a creek. I'm in Salt Creek right now, which is right at Callahan boat ramp. And I mean, it's a creek. It's not this big, massive area. I mean, I've ran my boat across all this, and now it's trees and growth. So we're gonna run down towards the dam. I'm gonna hope I find better, cleaner water down there. That's where we've caught some giants in the past. Hopefully that'll run true. But one thing, I'm gonna tell you right now, one thing that I've already noticed that has me excited, there's obviously a lot of hydrilla along the bank. I've seen some floating pieces. There's coots pulling it up. So that's exciting. Maybe we can find some clear water and some bass in that grass. we've made our way down towards the South Shore boat ramp, the dam area. In Callahan, the water just didn't look that great to me, and I felt like this was gonna probably be cleaner and clearer water down here. We made our way to the South Shore boat ramp to kind of start it off, and we're just gonna make a big circle. Go up into Four Fingers, fish along the dam here. We're at, pretty popular area right by the boat ramp at Main Lake Point that a lot of people have fished, and just gonna kind of plink around. I've already seen a couple things that I've thrown waypoints on. A big rock pile back here that, someday hopefully will get some water back on it where we'll catch some fish in the future. But navigating down here was actually a little bit trickier than what I would have thought it would be at this depth. Using your electronics, it certainly gives you a great piece of confidence to be able to find your way along. And I kind of followed the Frio River channel for a ways, big stump field out in the middle. River channel makes some turns and twists through it. And so it's definitely right now at a level that you really want to have your eyes open, because there's a couple spots out there pelicans were sitting on, little humps and things. So we're just going to plink around and just see what we can see. Maybe we'll get lucky and catch a few and just kind of get a feel for old Choke Canyon. It's either going to be really bad or maybe we'll have something fun to report.
It's time now for a break, but keep tuned in right here to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook to see if Wade can manage to catch his first Choke Canyon bass in many years.
Here at Big Bite Baits, we've got a big line of different plastics, and they're all a tool, so you want to have them with you all the time.
I made several checks in crowded areas flipping that right there. Just a 6-inch big bite creektail worm.
Here at Big Bite, we came out with 4 brand new colors this year. All 4 of these colors are going to be great fish catching baits. Definitely my #1 go-to bait that Big Bite has out right now is the Big Bite Battle Bug.
Big Bite is leading the way when it comes to innovation and colors.
When I talk about Sunline, I think of one word: confidence.
Sunline FX2 is what I use for all of my frogging and flipping.
S61 braid, which braid plays a big part in fishing line.
Shooter, I'm going to use in those close quarter deals like flipping and pitching.
One of my favorite techniques in fishing the tournament trail is to fish offshore ledges.
We have taken the questions out of the equation.
Take my word for it. It works. It works, dude.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Sawyer Products, we keep you outdoors. Engel Coolers, a legend in reliability. And by Sunline America, the strength to guarantee your confidence.
Come here, fish. Oh, come on. Well, we are about 4 hours into our Choke Canyon adventure. That's my first bite of the day. Lake, to me, outside of the watercolor looking a little off, really doesn't look that bad. Lots of timber. There's actually hydrilla all the way around a lot of places. Now, the coots and the ducks have really hammered this hydrilla. A lot of it is just stocks, and that's, like I said, my first bite. But fishing's been so slow, I had Kevin tie on a spinnerbait in the back of the boat, and on this exact spot, he's had 2 bites. He caught one about the exact same size, maybe a little bigger than that one, and he caught one about 4 pounds, a big pre-spawn female. So, while we're not having a ton of action, we've had 3 bites on this little point right here. It's just right in the mouth of Four Fingers. So, I don't know. We're just gonna keep fishing. Maybe we'll get lucky and catch some more. Choke is a lake that I just had such a great passion for. I've caught more 10-pounders on this lake than any lake that we've ever fished on as far as quality of fish, but it's really gone through some bad conditions. Originally impounded in the early 1980s, went up, filled up, got good, got bad, got good, got bad, was phenomenal there for a period of time. Tournament weights, even I had friends of mine catch 40-pound limits down here. Clark Winlet and I had probably the best day I've ever had on public waters. He caught one about 12. I caught 8 and 9 on back-to-back casts, and phenomenal lake.
Yeah, he's out of that tree now.
Oh man, that is hilarious. In a tournament, we'd have been done hours ago. Holy cow. Jesus Christ. He's so
You better get him.
God.
Whoa.
There's a
That's
a Sherlunker, man.
Oh my God. That might have been the biggest one I ever caught right
That's
there.
a Sherlunker, John. How
Oh
the odds of getting that fish in?
Oh man, we were all over the lake with that
How
thing.
big this fish is, dude? I mean, this is
Oh my gosh.
What a storied history this lake has, you know, for people recreationally, tournament fishing wise. You know, the weights have been phenomenal in the past. Some of our best fishing trips on camera have come down here. Some of my most fun recreational, just fun times have come on this body of water. But it's a love-hate relationship with this lake. It goes through a lot of changes all the time. It's primarily was built to, you know, hold water for Corpus Christi area. The water comes through it, ends up going down to Lake Corpus Christi, and then eventually is used for drinking water. So it doesn't have the biggest drainage in the world. So it really suffers at times in the drought cycles. Right now at 25 feet low, it's really struggling. The fishery itself, I won't say is as healthy. When you look around, there's not as much chatter about it. There's no big regional tournaments really coming here, a few smaller tournaments at times. I'm not saying don't come to Choke Canyon and go fishing. Right now, I'm just saying it's not in its glory days that a lot of people remember it as. I do believe though, late this spring, early summer, you probably could have some really good fishing down here because there's a lot of hydrilla in the lake right now. The fish that we've caught, what few we've caught, really look healthy. So to answer the questions we get about Choke Canyon, it's still here. It's about 12,000, 13,000 acres at the time that we're filming this, which is about 30% capacity. The Callahan boat ramp is open. It looks like South Shore. They built a new boat ramp. I expect it, you know, will be open pretty soon. As long as you stay in this end of the lake, I personally have a good time. Just really pay attention when you're running it though, because there's some absolute monster trees and some shallow water areas around. So take your time. If you come down to Choke Canyon, go fishing. And remember, if you would like to ask us a question about a lake that we may have not been to in a long time, ask us questions about rods, reels, gears, or anything, hop on our Facebook page, hop on our Instagram, or whatever. Shoot us a note. We'll do our best to answer it, or maybe even go fishing there.
That'll do it for the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook. We'll see you next time.
Well, this has got to have a bass on it. This is like picture perfect right here.
Well, I'm sure you'll catch him while I'm jacking around down here.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how that works though? Uh-oh, he's digging into the secret boxes back there.
Well, I gotta bring something else out of self-defense.
Camera guy caught a fish.
Engel's got the original high-performance cooler and a whole lot more. Engel coolers, go with the original.
Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride.
Many said that we were just obsessed when we started. that there had to be an easier way to smoke food. As time passed, the Bradley family created a lineup of Bradley electric smokers that has made it easier for the novice or even expert chef to get perfect results every time they use it. Grab yourself a Bradley smoker and take your cooking to an all-new level.
At Sawyer, we use the best technology to make simple products that keep you going regardless of your journey. So whether you're boating, hiking, fishing, camping, or hunting, we keep you outdoors with a full lineup of products to both protect you and make the outdoors more enjoyable. Sawyer, we keep you outdoors.
From the makers of Bubba Blade comes the Bubba Blade Fishing Pliers. No matter where you're headed to fish, this tool will become an integral part of your tackle box for many years to come. They feature our patented no-slip grip handles, just like our Bubba Blade knives, ensuring that this tool will stay firmly anchored in your hand. In addition to the handles, these pliers feature a super tough cobalt cutter and convenient split shot and leader sleeve crimping cutouts. The ultimate in control, strength, and durability. Bubba Blade.